Hey, Alexia here. And something you may not know about me is that I love reggae music. You can catch me at reggae shows throughout San Diego and even throughout California. That's how much I love reggae. So I'm super excited to be interviewing my friend Trish, the lead singer for Hirie. Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm super good. Thank you.
So you just got off tour with Rebelution, the Good Vibes tour, right?
Yep, Good Vibes Tour 2017. It was amazing. It was absolutely perfect.
Nice. Have you been on tour with Rebelution before?
I've been on tour with them, yes. I was on tour with them last winter. And it was amazing, but it was just, we were direct support. We did a lot of Midwest shows. This last one we did for the summer, it was amphitheater tour. So it was a lot bigger than the last one we did, and it was our first amphitheater tour, and it was amazing.
That's so awesome. Which city was your favorite on this tour?
Oh, my gosh. Let's see. I love the Carolinas. Carolinas, New York, Boston is cool. Definitely when we hit the South and the East Coast, it's just completely different than anything I'm used to. So I tend to really gravitate towards them because, you're in a completely different place. You almost in a sense get to be a different person and just kind of enjoy the vibes.
Right. And I follow you on Instagram and I saw you in all of the fun that you had and, in the different older cities, even really old cities, it looked like.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a sucker for haunted spaces too, so if you follow my story on Instagram, I'm always kind of sticking my nose into the worst places. We'll go find the attic in the old house, that's typically some sort of green room. We'll be playing in the last spot we went to, Maramore in Washington, and it was our green room was this old house. It was built in the late 1800s.
Uh-huh.
And, you get to go upstairs and they leave all the doors unlocked. I don't understand why, but I got to really explore. And yeah, when there's a lot of history involved, you can just feel it,
Right. And I wanted to ask because I'm a huge reggae fan. I've been listening to reggae forever, and I've actually never been to the East Coast or even to the Midwest. So what's the scene like out there?
It's crazy. It's oh my God. It's just more history. There's so much more history. I don't really know how to describe it except when you watch movies and you see New Yorkers and they're just in their own space and they don't bat an eyelid or anything like that, in a different direction. It really is like that, and everybody's into their own thing in a similar way to the West Coast, California specifically.
That's awesome.
I love it. I would recommend you getting out there.
Well, so I know all of your fans know you already, and I actually know you too, but go ahead and tell us where you're from, where you grew up and all that.
Yeah, so I'm half Filipino, half British. I was born in the Philippines. I lived in Italy for about 8 years, and then I moved to Hawaii when I was 9 or 10, and I stayed out there until I graduated high school. And then I moved to San Diego, where I started pursuing music. So I spent a majority of my life in Hawaii, and then now I'm here in San Diego, just loving it.
I love it here too, girl. No other place like SD. Who would you say some of your musical influences are?
In the beginning, I really, really gravitated towards the divas, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Lauryn Hill. And then, as I grew up, in Hawaii, the majority of the radio stations, it's unlike anywhere in the world, but it's 90% reggae music or island music, and so I grew up with a lot of reggae. So we had our classics, Steel Pulse, Gregory Isaacs, Desiree on the radio, and then we had a lot of U.S. reggae like Soja, Rebelution, Tribal Seeds, and I was actually able to see Tribal Seeds the first time they came to Hawaii. A lot of my best memories revolved around the concerts in Hawaii, and they were all reggae, and it was awesome.
And did you ever imagine that someday you'd be on tour with all of these bands?
No way, absolutely not. And I said it at my last show at the stadium in Costa Mesa. I remember vividly sneaking out of my window when I was 15 years old and making the trek over to the water park, and it was the first time Rebelution played in Hawaii. And I remember seeing Rric, the lead singer, wearing cargo shorts and singing, and I remember being mesmerized, and I never would have thought that I would get to see him, night after night after night, and I already know, all their songs and everything. So to think that I get to be their friend at this point is insane, and he's featured on my new single that is dropping today.
I heard the single Sun and Shine, and I love it so much. And I was just curious because you just dropped an album, Wandering Soul. And now are you coming out with a new album, or is this just like kind of a surprise track that you ended up doing?
Yeah, so this song, Sun and Shine, is just kind of a thank you for everybody supporting us, supporting Wandering Soul. I want everybody to know I am working on a new album, and we're looking to start recording that in January. So you can definitely expect a new album next year. But I wanted to give, the audience something fresh, something new. It's got like a dance hall vibe. It's really fun, and I feel really lucky that we were able to get Rric Rachmany on the track, and he wrote his verse, and we're dropping a music video for it ASAP. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope everyone is excited too.
Sweet. And are you going back on the road? When can we see you again in San Diego?
Yeah, so we're playing the Hops and Dreads super soon. That's going to be in San Diego, and we're really excited about that. So that's the next show.
I'm excited about that because I've gone to Hops and Dreads like the last 2 years, so now it's going to be a big old party.
Absolutely. It should be super fun.
Well, I can't wait to see you again. It's been so long. I think probably the Roxy in LA is the last time I saw you, but I see you online all the time.
Thank you. I see you too, girl. Follow you and love your posts.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. Everyone download her new single, Sun and Shine, available now, featuring Rric Rachmany, and check out her music. Hirie, the whole band, they are all amazing and talented. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for representing San Diego, and I'm super honored to be a part of the city and super stoked to be bringing reggae to that next level with everybody here, and super stoked.
Definitely. Thank you, girl.